Welcome to the wonderful world of HungryHeath. Now, I am not a classically trained chef. What I am is a self-taught home cook. I've studied under several television chefs. I have a PhD from YouTube University and a black belt in Google Food. I love to cook. The only thing I love more than cooking is my wife, the sensational Shelly eats steak. Together, every Friday night, 5:30 Central. I'm sorry, 6:30 Central. We host what we like to call the Friday Night Feast. We'll cook up an entree, maybe a couple little snacks, show y'all how to do it, and then we'll just sit around and chew the fat with all of our friends that we call the Hungry Horde.
Yeah. So today, on the menu of the Day 12 July Chop Challenge by the Two Crazy Ketos is duck. Now, there's all kinds of different, like duck a l'orange, Peking duck, different duck options. We decided to do a smoked Peking duck. And that's because whenever we had gone out to eat before, we usually, like at French restaurants, we always get the duck a l'orange. But one time, I just had watched some show on Food Network where they were talking about Peking duck being this Chinese delicacy. So I searched for like the best Peking duck, and it's this Asian restaurant or Chinese restaurant actually in Austin. And it's in this strip center, kind of like, questionable part of town. Little, like, dive, it looks like, from the outside. It's just in a shopping strip. And I was like, okay. So we went there. And as soon as you enter in, the ducks are, like, hanging from the back. Yeah. And so on the menu, we order the Peking duck. It's a whole duck. Now, they fried it, and then they do baste it with, it's more of a sweet glaze, because like pork, duck is really complemented with sweet flavors. And they serve it, the whole duck, along, well, they ask you, do you want the head or not? We don't know head. But then they serve it with all the accompaniments, and it was really good. Of course, we've never actually made it since, because, I don't know, we don't try a lot of different meats, I guess. We kind of stick to, like, the traditional chicken, beef, and pork. Pig, pork that we're used to, in the U.S. So we, with this challenge, we were like, okay, this is a great time to try duck, and let's do Peking duck. So he went to the store, and he went to...
I went to HEB, and I couldn't find it at first. So I asked the guy, and he walked me over to one of the little coolers and showed me. And there's like, 20, 30 birds there. And I just dug around and dug around and dug around until I found the cheapest one. Because I figured if we're going to do this, and if I mess it up, at least I won't spend as much money on it.
That's true.
Balling on a budget.
Well, then, speaking of messing up, somebody forgot to record.
I forgot to hit the button.
So, we already kind of started the first step. So, with Peking duck, we're going to have a glaze. And the glaze, you're going to put it back on about every 30 minutes. When you check on the bird, you want to re-glaze it. And for the glaze, that's what you need the seasonings. So, I always start off with dry. So, you're going to need 2 tablespoons of the brown sugar. And we will put the recipe in the show notes below. 2 tablespoons of the garlic powder. And 2 tablespoons of salt. And then after that, you need 1 tablespoon of the Texas 5 spice. 1 tablespoon of white pepper. 1 tablespoon of ginger, ground ginger. And we're using all the ground because this is a glaze. We don't want a whole bunch of chunky minced pieces of garlic and ginger. So we're using all of the powder forms. And then for your liquid, you want 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. We're using the Lakanto alternative. 2 tablespoons of the white vinegar. And then I did 4 tablespoons of the lemon juice. So the lemon juice is going to give that sour punch. It'll help offset offset rather all the sweetness, because the maple syrup and the brown sugar alternative is going to really sweeten the dish. So having a good lemon juice, that the acidity is good for breaking it down, all of the fat on the outside, and it's good for offsetting the sweetness, give it that little sour punch. And then the vinegar is also going to help with evening out the heat level, and it's good to have the vinegar for sour as well. So we just combine all that together. I do dry first, mix it, make sure there's no clumps in the dry, then add in my liquid and then stir that until it's well combined. And then we're going to take our skillet, our saucepan, and while the bird's in the smoker, this will be in the smoker as well. And it'll just help keep the sauce warm. And then every 30 minutes, we're going to go and just reglaze the outside. Now, you do want to do it breast side up so that then it cooks. And what did you say? You want to do it for about 2 hours to what?
The internal temperature reaches 165. And I already have my pit preset at 225.
Okay.
We're going to go low and slow.
Okay, awesome. And this is, what did you say, about a 4-pound bird?
Yeah. It's 3.9 or something like that.
Okay, awesome.
It's just under 4.
So we'll get that started. We did try the glaze. It has a really good acidity level. It's not too sour. And then the heat.
The spice is still lingering with me. It's nice. I'm excited about this.
Yeah. And then the sweetness definitely comes through. But it's not overpowering sweet. But it's, it's a good balance. You've got the sweet, you've got the heat, and you've got the sour. And those all play really nice together. So I'm excited to see how this duck turns out.
A flavor symphony.
Goodness. So let's get it on the smoker, y'all.
All right. Now, it started storming on us. So we went ahead and loaded the bird on the pit. And now we're going to put the glaze on there. Just to let it get warming up. And then we'll check in about half an hour, and I'll dab it again with the glaze. So our bird has been cooking for about 30 minutes. So I'm just going to go in here, stir it up, our liquid, and I'm just going to baste the bird one more time. I'm probably going to have to grab it with my tongs and move it. I got my top grate in the way. I'm not going to be able to get all the way to it. Go real quick, and then shut my door and let it cook a little longer. We're going to go another 30 minutes and come back and do it again. Alrighty. My bird has finally come to temp. Pull the probe. I'll spin around so I can grab it by the cavity. Oh my goodness, that looks so good. It smells good too. Alright, we're going to get her inside, carve it up, and get to eat. Alrighty folks. We had a little bit of a dilemma, I guess, from everything I was reading, because it's the first time I ever cooked the duck. It was saying it would take me probably about 2.5 hours to do it all. And now it took me how long now?
4.
Yeah. But, I don't know if y'all can tell on here, it did come off the bone real good. And just pulling off of that. The couple little samples we did try was really good. And then we made up some air fryer
Pork belly.
But I want to try the duck first.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that juice that's on there. Oh my goodness.
I'm going for a wing.
Way to go, Heath. Way to go. That was really good. I'm going to hack me off a little piece. Now this part I'm trying right here is just the breast.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm really pleased with how it turned out. It's so good.
Try the wing. I have to say, it was a little bit of a challenge to carve it up. And I see why it's so expensive, because you don't really get that much meat off of it.
Oh, that's good.
It's mostly
bones.
Yeah. But the meat is like a red meat, I guess.
Yeah, that's closer.
And
it was a little darker than like chicken.
Yeah. So it is tasty.
But was it worth the effort?
I don't know. What do you think?
I think so. I think so.
I mean, if you're somebody who enjoys duck, I would definitely do it. It's worth trying. The only thing is, it seemed like the wing and the leg got a nice crispy skin on it, but the breast not so much.
I'm thinking also it may have been better. Was this a Monday night? If we would have done it like on a Saturday morning and started it, it would have been a lot better.
Or starting it, I don't know, Monday during the day.
But I think I'm going to take the carcass and make a soup with it and use all the meat that falls off of it.
Oh, okay.
I think that'd be really good.
Well, we get enough rain. But what do you think about the flavors of our glaze that we put on it?
I love it. I'd do it again.
The glaze is really good, actually.
I was actually looking to see what kind of hot sauce I needed for it, but it doesn't need any. It's perfect.
It really comes across. You get that kind of sourness, and then you get the sweet, and of course the heat kind of lingers and builds. It's really good sauce. Pork belly is so good. So I really feel like sauce-wise, spot on. I would prefer for the breast to find out how to get the skin a little crispier. The skin still has that pull to it, and I just remember when we had Peking duck, the skin was like so crispy, and I guess it's because it's fried.
Yeah, I wonder if they actually put it in a fryer. I guess we could have done that and brought it inside and fried it, but it's so late now. I just wanted to eat. But I'm really pleased too with how well this leg turned out.
Yeah, I feel like the leg and the wings turned out perfect. Just on the skin, I would have liked it. So I might take the skin, maybe put this in the air fryer because the skin's nice and fatty. This might be good to just pull off and put in the air fryer for a couple minutes, and let's just see what happens with it.
Okay.
What do you think?
That's a good idea.
But the flavors are amazing, y'all.
Yes.
I really love it.
We need to do this again.
I like that glaze. Really good flavor on that. Alright. Well, if you like this video...
I was going to say, another thing I like is every Friday night, 6:30 Central, we go live for the Friday night feast. Y'all got to tune in and see what kind of shenanigans we get into. Throw me a thumbs up.
Yes, please give us a thumbs up. It really helps the channel.
Click that subscribe button. That way, every time we'll put up something new, you'll be the first one to know about it. And thank y'all for watching. I'm going to finish gnawing on this bone. And
comment down below. Let us know. Have you had duck? What's your favorite preparation for duck? And and then, of course, make sure you're following HungryHeath on Instagram. It's the HungryHeath. We're also on Facebook. It's just HungryHeath. And then you're on Twitch, Twitter.
Yes, the HungryHeath on Twitter.
Oh, okay.
For some reason, on both of those platforms, somebody already took my name. That's the only way I could do it.
So follow us on all the social media. You never know. He's also on TikTok. We just haven't done a whole lot yet.
I'm still learning.
we're trying to come up with ideas. Like, should we just do a quick TikTok video of whatever we're cooking, or should he be his, like, funny self showing his little shenanigans?
Okay.
All right. Talk to y'all later. Bye.
Thanks for watching.